A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development in the geopolitical landscape of Southeast Asia, Indian Navy warships have commenced joint patrols in the disputed South China Sea alongside their Philippine counterparts. This unprecedented collaboration marks a pivotal moment for both nations as they strengthen defense ties in response to escalating tensions in the region. The two-day maritime operation, which began on Sunday, features 3 Indian vessels, including the guided missile destroyer INS Delhi, and coincides with Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos's visit to New Delhi for discussions with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The Philippines has been actively enhancing its defense cooperation with various allies over the past year, particularly following a series of confrontations in the contested waters. Beijing's expansive claims over nearly the entirety of the South China Sea have been challenged by an international ruling that deemed such assertions without legal grounding. As the Indian naval vessels arrived in Manila for a port visit late last week, the joint patrol commenced with activities including replenishment at sea. Lieutenant Colonel John Paul Salgado confirmed the ongoing operation, emphasizing the significance of the collaboration. While President Marcos is set to engage in talks covering diverse areas such as law, culture, and technology, the spotlight will undoubtedly be on potential defense agreements that may emerge from this visit. The Philippines has previously procured BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles from India, a formidable weapon capable of reaching speeds of up to 3,450 kilometers per hour. India's involvement in this maritime exercise also underscores its strategic positioning in the region, particularly as it faces its own border tensions with China in the Himalayas. As a member of the Quad, a coalition that includes the United States, Japan, and Australia, India's actions are viewed as a counterbalance to China's influence. Beijing has consistently accused the Quad of being a mechanism aimed at containing its rise. The joint patrol operation has drawn sharp criticism from China, which accused the Philippines of inviting external forces to exacerbate tensions in the South China Sea. Senior Colonel Tian Juanli, spokesperson for the Chinese military's Southern Theater Command, condemned the patrol, asserting that it undermines regional peace and stability. He further stated that China had conducted its own routine patrols in the area, maintaining a state of high alert. Prior to his departure for India, President Marcos highlighted the importance of both nations' commitment to upholding international maritime law, particularly the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, which grants coastal states exclusive economic zones extending 200 nautical miles from their shores. The backdrop of this joint operation is a complex web of territorial disputes in the South China Sea, a vital shipping route where approximately $3 trillion of annual trade transits. The 2016 ruling by an international arbitral tribunal, which invalidated China's sweeping claims, remains a contentious issue, with Beijing rejecting the verdict. The Philippines Chief of Staff, Romeo Bronner Jr., stated that the joint naval exercise occurred within the country's exclusive economic zone, emphasizing the significance of sovereignty. While no incidents were reported during the patrol, Bronner acknowledged the presence of unidentified vessels shadowing their operations, which were presumed to be Chinese naval and Coast Guard ships, a common occurrence in previous joint exercises. The Indian naval contingent included the guided missile destroyer INS Delhi, the tanker INS Shakti, and the corvette INS Kiltan, while the Philippines deployed its frigates, BRP Miguel Malvar and BRP Jose Rizal. The joint patrol not only signifies a strengthened military partnership, but also serves as a powerful message of solidarity between two democracies in the Indo-Pacific region. Bronner expressed aspirations for increased military cooperation and joint maneuvers between Filipino and Indian forces in the future. In response to the Philippines' growing military alliances, China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs reiterated its stance that territorial disputes should be resolved directly between the involved nations, dismissing external interventions. The Southern Theater Command of the Chinese military characterized the Philippines' joint patrol as a disruptive action to regional stability. China's Ministry of National Defense labeled the Philippines a troublemaker for aligning with foreign powers to provoke tensions in what it considers its territorial waters. The South China Sea remains a focal point of international attention, with ongoing debates over sovereignty and maritime rights. As the geopolitical dynamics continue to evolve, the collaboration between India and the Philippines may signal a shift in alliances and strategic posturing in the region. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.